you can tell when your car battery's dying. But with your water heater, you'll never know until it starts leaking. Before you buy another tank, consider a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to heat or leak. Lower energy bills and endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. If your water heater is over 8 years old, it's time to check out Navien at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season on great fall specials like glamorous diamond pendants and earrings to complete any look. Now 60% off. And get ready for cooler nights ahead with 65% off Charter Club Damask sheets and bedding. Now at Macy's. Plus, get your Macy's order faster when you pick up curbside or in store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. And if you got yourself a smart speaker, you know, one of them Echoes, those Google Homes, those Home Pods, you know, you can get to hear the Rock on that. All you got to do is just say to that smart speaker, play KISW. It's as simple as that. Then you can start listening. By the way, if she's starting to play it now, sorry.
See,
But you should have been listening in the first place.
Alexa, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she is.
Is that what you do? How do you fix that?
How do you, yeah, that's how you do it. Alexa, I'm sorry. That's how
Say
you do it.
I'm sorry to your owner.
Yeah, there you go.
There.
So if you got a smart speaker, don't listen to Steve. Just say play KISW.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah.
So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs. It's time to turn down for Thursday.
Down for what?
Oh, yeah. Get that Friday Junior feeling. All right, Dan.
Yeah. And I don't know, go do something and then be happy tomorrow's Friday. Like, go out late and stay and party on Thursday.
Yeah.
Tonight.
I mean, that's kind of like, for me, it's late. I mean, I stay up till 8 o'clock. Ooh. I'm a crazy man. Yeah.
Living that wild life.
Living that wild life, baby.
Let's get to our contestant today. We got James in Fife. James, are you there?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, Steve, get out of here. Yeah! For those playing at home, James will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. James, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I hope so.
Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street got their names from 2 policemen in what popular 1940s Christmas movie?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes. Who did the voice of Tigress in the animated movie Kung Fu Panda?
Angelina Jolie.
Yes. Lady Gaga had the 2011 hit song Born This What?
Way.
Yes. Jefferson City is the capital of which southern state?
Nebraska.
No.
Pass.
As of October of 2019, how many seasons of Survivor have there been?
Too many.
Yeah.
19.
No.
17.
No.
18.
No. Which TV show had characters played by Danny DeVito, Christopher Lloyd, and Andy Kaufman?
Taxi.
Yes. Who played the Goblin King Jareth in the movie Labyrinth?
David Bowie.
Yes. What color flag is the universal signal for surrender?
White.
Yes. Clint Dempsey is famous for playing what sport?
Soccer.
Yes. What is the capital of Russia?
Moscow.
Yes, and James gets a solid 9 out of 10.
It's not bad. And really,
close.
the Survivor stuff, because they have multiple seasons in a year, will confuse people. That's
exactly, and that's the number that I saw yesterday. It was astonishing.
And it's only because of the fact it's multiple.
So much, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if Steve's going to get that one.
It's still pretty amazing how long it's run. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Steve?
Yeah. Here he is.
Are you ready? Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street got their names from two policemen in what popular 1940s Christmas movie?
Miracle on 34th Street.
No.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes. Nice. Who did the voice of Tigress in the animated movie Kung Fu Panda?
Halle Berry.
No.
I'm going to go Uma Thurman.
No.
Interesting. I'm going to go Halle Bobali.
No.
Halle Bobali. My
Lady
favorite actor.
Gaga had the 2011 hit song Born This What?
Way.
Yes.
Woo.
Jefferson City is the capital of which southern state?
Missouri?
Yes. As of October of 2019, how many seasons of Survivor have there been?
20.
No.
40.
No.
30.
No.
69.
No. Which TV show had the characters played by Danny DeVito, Christopher Lloyd, and Andy Kaufman?
Taxi.
Yes. Who played the Goblin King Jareth in the movie Labyrinth?
I'm going to go with Sean Austin.
No.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
No. What
Peter
the?
North.
No.
Yeah.
What color flag is the universal signal for surrender?
White.
Yes, and, I have a correction. First, James only got 8 correct.
Yeah, I thought you were right. But yeah.
But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Steve only got 5.
Woo!
So James wins. And
Nice.
Steve loses.
Good job, James. Hang on the line, buddy. We'll tell you how to get your prize. And, of course, me, well, I do get this.
Nice. Waking up everyone with some Static X. I love it.
That's what Steve is. Nothing wrong with that. Steve is a loser. The losing part.
Yeah, I didn't notice that James did not get Missouri for Jefferson City. He just passed on that one.
I always get confused that Missouri is considered a southern city.
It is, yeah.
A southern state, rather.
One
And-
texter says it's not.
It's in the South.
Well, no, wait. You have to. Are you thinking he's in the South, or did the question say that? Because I'm not sure Missouri's considered the South. But then again, because I think of St. Louis and everything.
Someone
and,
says Missouri is not a southern state.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider it a southern state. That's the problem.
Hey, I think Red's right.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Well, I got the
Where is
question
it? How many states are further south than Missouri is the question. I mean,
It's like because it's right above Louisiana.
oh, okay.
So
Well, that's a tough one then.
yeah,
Wikipedia says Midwestern.
it's really Midwestern. I thought anything on the eastern side of the Mississippi. So I guess
Yeah.
was not considered Midwestern.
I would.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I get confused.
Well, at least
honest
James
with you.
still won and Steve lost.
I wasn't confused on that one. I got it right.
Yes, you did. David Bowie played the Goblin King Jareth in the movie
Damn it,
Labyrinth.
Why didn't I just guess David Bowie? That's the only person I know in that movie.
And you
Jennifer
didn't even
Connelly's
guess
in it.
that?
No.
Well, Jennifer Connelly wouldn't be the Goblin King Jareth, but
That's somebody else.
yeah.
Goblin Queen.
Yeah.
As of October 2019, how many seasons of Survivor have there been?
I'm going to say.
Well, and the problem is that it's not a
either-
round number.
I would say 39 or 40.
And you are correct with the 39. Yeah,
Yeah.
Steve went with 40, and unfortunately not. The next season will be the 40th. Do you know what year it started?
I do.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah.
Year 2000.
It started when the Y2K happened.
Yeah.
I know because I was looking for a job.
And you were watching
And so
Survivor at home?
It just came on, yeah. And so I was like, oh, there's a hot new show I should be watching.
Oh, you should have tried out for Survivor.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Can you believe it? And Jeff Probst, I mean, granted, I have to take a picture. I have to look at him when it started and look at him now, but it feels like he hasn't aged at all, but I know he has.
And I heard his dong hasn't aged either. Remember that picture?
I remember that
I
picture.
cannot forget that picture.
The picture's so
I
messed
think
up.
I've seen it like once or twice, and wow.
I haven't watched a season of Survivor in probably 15 years.
Yeah, I have never had the need to watch it.
Maybe
The first
5
couple
years for me.
seasons were pretty badass, but then it was just like, I've seen this show.
Yeah.
And that's why people love it, though, also, because it's the same show. They do a little bit of differences and they'll sprinkle a little
and
bit.
the characters, there have been some great characters over the years, like Boston Rob and Rupert, and those, and there's a guy Cochran that the people, my wife and daughter thought was just like me, and that's they say, you'd be like Cochran if you were in Survivor.
Let's not forget about Johnny Fairplay.
Oh yeah,
the greatest heel of all survivors.
That's right.
So that his grandma died just to get out of something.
So
brutal, and she didn't.
But it's still Rudy. I remember, and
Rudy. How about Elizabeth Hasselbeck?
She was on it.
That's right, she was.
Whoa!
Yep.
Wow.
This is before she was a Hasselbeck.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
interesting. I wonder how many people have gone on from Survivor to do things.
Elizabeth Hasselbeck.
Yeah. Well, and there was one of the women was in a Rob Schneider movie, and I can't remember her name. I think she was in the first season of Survivor, first or second. But I haven't heard anything from her since.
Oh yeah, that girl was cute.
Yeah.
Oh man, what the hell was her name?
I can't remember.
Damn it!
I know.
I was crushing on her. That's back when I was watching that show.
And there were former athletes on there. Didn't want to say they were athletes, but they were dimed out.
Yep.
And of course I can't. But there've been the show.
There've been so many seasons, so many people on it.
And, I do really like the social interaction of the game. And as a guy who loves social deduction and social interaction games, Survivor. It's great to see how it gets done when people get to the jury.
You would do either really, really well, or you would be voted off first.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other side for you on that one.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Steve, by the way. You, wait, never mind. Sorry, you lost. Congratulations to James on beating Steve. Yeah, we played the loser song. Never mind. I'm leaving now.
All you got to do is tie or beat Steve. That's how you win in this fine game. It's not like Survivor, because you know what? Everybody outwits Steve. Everybody outlasts him, and everybody outplays him. And he sometimes still wins. Yo. It's pretty amazing, though. 20 years, that's a long time for anything.
Yeah. It's and there are people, obviously it does well enough for them to continue to do it.
Yeah, and also the beautiful locations. I do remember they did Survivor in Africa one time, and they got no ratings because people love looking at the beach. And so if you'll notice, almost Survivor, there's always around water. But the one year where they didn't do it in any water, I think, was when they were like, "Oh, this didn't do really well," because people didn't want to look at the savannah.
That'd be funny if they just picked like a random town, like Survivor Polesbo,
and
just see what happens.
Polesbo's an awesome little town.
I'm not saying it's not an insult to the town.
Yeah.
It's a random town.
Exactly. It's got to be a town that's got
Survivor
nothing.
Squim.
I don't know where we're going to get our food. Why don't we go to the Loft? It's right there, and it's a pretty cool place. We'll go see Tanya, Survivor Polesbo.
How about that 7-Eleven right there? They've got those taquitos.
Yeah. Well, we're good. We're all set then.
If you were going to be on a reality show, what reality show would you want to be on?
I feel like I would...
Like a contestant show,
The problem is all...
Like Big Brother, Survivor.
All of the physical stuff would get me knocked out. The social I would love, but Big Brother, you got to do some physical wacky stuff. And the same thing with Survivor. But I would love Big Brother because I just feel like in that small space, I would wreak havoc.
My gosh. They'd kick you off immediately.
Yeah, you're right. But I feel like my brain, I'd find a way to stay in the game because I'd have enough people on my side, because there's going to be an us versus them at some point. So if I can convince people that, look, stay on my team till the bitter end. I'm
leaning towards The Amazing Race.
Oh, that would be fun.
Because as a kid, I grew up watching the Cannonball Run.
Oh, good call.
And to me, that feels like a real-life Cannonball Run. But you know what show I would love to have been on was The Mole. Remember The Mole?
Oh, The Mole.
That's how we were first introduced to Anderson Cooper. He was the host of it.
I forgot about that.
I loved that show where one person was the mole.
Yeah. I think I'd like to do Undercover Boss.
Oh yeah,
but I would like to be the employee. Where I have a sob story, and then they give me something nice.
Get the massive major dude from Philadelphia here.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
He'd be like, this guy complains a lot like BJ.
What would he do though to disguise himself? Because he's a good-looking dude. He'd have to shave his head or get a mullet or something, right?
Oh, if he showed up in a mullet,
that would be so great.
We wouldn't think it's suspicious at all.
No.
Like, hey, I'm in promotions.
I'm your new intern.
Really? Sick mullet, dude.
Yeah.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Got this 36-year-old guy. His name is Chris. He was staying at a hotel with his wife. And, they said, hey, let's go to a strip club. And they did. They went together. Place is called Woody's, of course.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
That's the best name ever for a strip club.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
They could work with Lil Woodies.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's
there
a great
you go.
idea. Lil and Big Woodies.
Yeah. One's got the strippers, one's got the burgers. Yep.
I'll let you guess which one is the little and which one's the big.
Yeah. Now, here's what happened. They were having a good time. Strippers doing their job. Husband and wife there. Chris is happy, smiling. But then he freaked out when one of the strippers pulled his wife on stage, and the wife's like, all right, sure. And apparently the rest of the strippers, they were all there. They were undressing her on stage. She was cool with it. But Chris, he was not.
Yeah, well, I mean, Vicky, you probably could attest to this. I mean, I would imagine when females go to strip clubs, the strippers are pretty excited about that.
Yeah, and I feel like I think it gives the strippers more tips, too, for free, basically, because you have another girl to work with, and they're not getting the tips.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She basically they getting to see a naked person, and that naked person's not going to get anything for that because she's just a rando.
Plus, it's just good customer service practice.
Yes. I hadn't thought about that.
And I feel like girls are more comfortable with girls, so they get all up in your business.
Yep.
If you know what I mean.
Oh, really?
And it's funny.
That's why I wear a wig and just tighten up my shirt, and they think I'm a lady.
Yeah, they do.
No,
yeah.
they do.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm freshly shaven.
Yeah. A lot of women go, God, your breasts, I'm jealous of them.
Right? They're so firm.
Yeah.
And juicy.
Yeah, dude, it got ugly. He started yelling at his wife on stage.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and so much so that she's like, okay, fine, I won't do it. So his wife walks off the stage. And then later on, this random guy sees the two of them just arguing like hell in the parking lot. So he's like, man, trying to, see what's up. Next thing you know, Chris turns around and says, mind your own business, punches the guy in the nose. Jeez. Now Chris says, oh, I didn't do that. No. And the cop's like, well, what about the blood on your shirt? Oh, I fell down.
Oh, yeah.
That's what happened to me. I fell down.
Here's my question, though. So I saw in the story that she got brought up on stage.
Yeah.
Which look, man, you're at a strip club. Have some fun with it. Otherwise, why'd you bring your significant other? It seems like.
Yeah.
But they started undressing her, and she was fine with that. Does he? I think he doesn't have a right to yell and scream and be a maniac, but maybe they should have had that conversation before going to a strip club. Like, look, you're not a stripper. Don't take your clothes off.
You never think that would happen. I think that's the problem.
I will say the first time I went to a strip club was with my high school girlfriend. We had just turned 18, and we were like, "Let's go!" And I did not know anything. Like I didn't know that was going to happen. And they went, and wow, her top came off quick.
They took her top off?
Oh yeah, they took her top, and she was just having the greatest time, and I was having the greatest time ever because I was like, "This is awesome!"
Right.
But I could see going in and never have been to a strip club before and not knowing that's going to happen.
Because guys,
that's a good point. Maybe the cashier should say, look, there's a chance your lady's top might come off. You might want to have a conversation first.
Yeah. You're right, Steve. That would be nice. You're absolutely right, because not everybody's cool. I mean, Danny's obviously cool, but a lot of guys are territorial, and look, knowing that some other dude could see their wife naked or their girlfriend naked would piss off a guy like it did Chris. And so I think, some sort of warning. Hey, buddy, just so you know, you're bringing her in. They might bring her up. They might zingo.
Yeah, so it said, Steve, how would you feel if that was your wife? I'd be pissed too. Like I said, yeah, absolutely. I would not be happy if she was taking her clothes off. I wouldn't have an issue if she was on stage with them because it's just whatever. That's not going to bug me. But I would be upset if all of a sudden she's stripping for everybody.
Yeah, at one time it would have bothered me. Now it wouldn't bother me at all.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I know at one time it would have. I think the younger I was, the more it would bother me because I was very insecure about myself. But now it's like, you know what? She's going home with me, and then I'll never see these guys again. So what? They saw my wife naked. What do I care?
I'd at least like to know ahead of time that you're.
I agree.
A little consent.
Right. Yeah,
we're in a relationship. I'm not jumping on stage pulling out my Johnson.
No.
Granted, that would get me kicked out.
Yeah. That's a funny thing.
Not that I've ever tried that.
I wonder if that would get you kicked out.
100% get you kicked out.
What if they brought you up and did it?
I don't think they would ever do that.
Well, what are you talking about? You, Steve. It's you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you with that.
All the strippers want to see it.
All the strippers want to see it. Yeah. It's really
dollar bills. That's about it. That's all
I was
they
going
want
to
to
say
see.
the nipples.
Yeah. Wow.
No, they don't want to feel inferior.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
That's true. Steve's nipples would make them cry. So the guy takes his wife to a strip club, then he freaks out when she gets on stage. So based on this, we want to know, when did your significant other shock you by what they did? 206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. Desiree and Puyallup, you are on the Rock.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Desiree. Welcome to the show. What you got for us?
So about, 4 or 5 years ago now, when my little brothers, I have 3 little brothers, they're 4 months apart, when they started turning 18, I told my husband that when the last one turned 18, I was taking them all down to Oregon to the strip clubs.
Wow.
And so for their 18th birthdays, I took my husband and them down to the strip clubs in Oregon.
And you went in with them, or did you just let them go have a good time themselves?
Oh, no, I went in with.
Did you get the steak bites? Wait, was your husband 18 or was the brother 18?
Brothers.
My brothers.
Oh, okay.
And I gather they must be brothers from either adoption or whatever, because you said they were 4 months apart, which I don't think that's possible if they were all the same age. They couldn't have been.
One of them is my cousin, but we were pretty much raised together, so he's like a little brother to me. One's my mom's son and one's my dad's son.
There we go.
But if you ask them, they're all brothers. My mom is my dad's son's mom. My dad is my little mom's son's dad. Like, that's...
Wow.
We're a close family.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'm confused, but you know what? You all care about each other. That's all that matters. Care enough to go to a strip club. Right. And so, what did your husband think about all this?
He was shocked at first, but he was like, all right, let's do it. And so, yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. He was surprised that I was like, yeah, let's do this. I want to do this. We're going, and I'm going with. So,
did you buy the brothers any lap dances?
Two of them, yes. One of them didn't want a lap dance, but the other two, they got a birthday lap dance where they were both pulled up on the stage at the same time and got their lap dances in front of everybody.
That's got to be the coolest sister ever. I mean, you think about it.
And they learned which one of the brothers is a terrorist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I'm with that other brother. I mean, I don't know if I want to go up there and have somebody gyrate on me in front of my sister. You know what I mean? I just don't think I want that.
The only reason why he didn't was because he had a girlfriend and didn't know how she would react to it.
Good call.
What a good dude.
You should have told him to go outside and make a phone call and find out real quick.
Yeah. I mean, you want to be able to go back in time and tell anybody who's 18, go, dude, don't worry about it, because what are the chances you're going to still be with that girl? Go have fun.
Right.
I mean, seriously. That's
Are
awesome.
they still together, him and that girl?
Nope.
Of course not. See?
Yep.
Should have done it.
Missed out on a free lap dance.
Yeah. Well, sis, maybe you can take him. Maybe that's another reason to take him back down.
He works too much now that we wouldn't be able to. He works 7 days a week. So.
Oh, dang it. Man, that's pretty... So is that the first and last time you've been to a strip club with your husband?
Yes, with him, yes. Not because any bad experiences happened. We just haven't gone.
Oh. It makes it sound like you said with him, yes. Have you gone by yourself or with friends?
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about this?
I'm the one that called and told you guys we were renewing our vows at the Bunny Ranch. So.
Oh, yes.
Oh, this all yeah.
It all comes together.
Good old Desiree. Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Making you all proud.
Yeah, good for you, Desiree. It's good to hear from you again.
Hey, we got a good text. This person says the shocking thing. I found out my wife was an escort in college.
Nice.
Her sister told me last month.
Whoa.
I'm not mad. This is before we even knew each other, and the stories she shared since have been epic. LOL.
Yeah, those could be great stories.
I think I'd cancel Netflix. I'm like, I don't need entertainment other than you just every night share me another story about your time with the Johns.
Okay, so definitely escort means that she had sex with these guys, because I never know with escort what that
I would
fully
100% think that's the case.
I think they just do the date thing as well.
Yeah.
It's just a fancier term.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's cool. He's cool with that, because I don't think some guys could. I think that'd be a deal breaker.
Well, maybe if the sister said she was a hooker in college. There's a difference between a hooker and an escort.
Oh, that's what it is. I see, Steve. Okay.
She wasn't like, shoeless on Aurora looking for somebody to pick her up.
Well, thanks for that visual.
And does that really make a difference for you? Like if your wife says I was a high class hooker or a low class hooker, that makes a difference.
In a weird way, yes. If she said she was a crack whore in college or she was an escort, I think I'd be a little less annoyed by that.
Boy, you are an interesting man.
I'd be like, oh, okay.
You really are an interesting man.
At least you were wined and dined before you were plowed.
Yeah, exactly. Multiple times for money. Okay.
It's college. I mean, really. Yeah. Everyone's a fine line for becoming an escort anyway, probably.
I mean, you could argue that the person on crack, they only did it because they just had a horrible addiction, whereas the other one actually made choices to get plowed by guys.
Hey, college is expensive.
Yeah, right.
They were addicted to money.
That's a good point.
And sausage.
Was the hip gyration necessary?
No, it wasn't, but it just happened.
Yeah. I missed that, thank God. I was facing away from that, Vicky. Sorry you had to see that.
And sausage.
Oh,
thank you for doing it again.
You suck, Steve.
It's good for the glutes. Try it.
Yeah, right?
I know your daughter's in the room.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Perfect segue.
Yeah, you're just thrusting your hips. My daughter's in the room. That's a fantastic, lovely
Yeah,
thing.
that was a great visual. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
This was actually a few months ago at a wedding I was in. I think I shocked J. Rubs. I'm not really sure how it all unfolded. Dad, you were actually at the wedding.
Yes,
it was a little
I was.
foggy.
Thank God I was having a conversation.
It is the Star Wars wedding.
This was a beating.
So the bride tosses the bouquet, right? And then the guy tosses the garter belt. And I think whoever catches them, I don't know if this is tradition or if this was just this wedding, but the girl sits on a chair and the guy with the garter belt has to put it on the girl who caught the bouquet.
Right. I've seen that a lot. Yeah.
I didn't catch the bouquet, but like a 14-year-old did. So I was volunteered by the bride to be the person that gets the garter belt on me with no hands, just mouth.
He has to put it on you.
Yes. So,
yeah.
You know, I don't really remember all the details. I just saw
#box wine.
a lot of wine, a lot of whiskey. I just see some pictures a few days later, and my leg is above my head, and the guy
You're doing like a split upside down. I'm looking at these pictures.
Yeah.
And you're wearing a dress, so the dress is going up.
Everyone can see my Spanx. Thank God I wore Spanx, right? Or everyone would see my hoo-ha. And the guy was not my boyfriend.
No,
he wasn't.
So J-Rubs, I think everyone was shocked, and everyone was like, "J-Rubs, are you cool with this? Is this all right?"
How many free drinks did people give J-Rubs after that? Because I know I'd be buying him a shot.
Yeah,
he everyone.
Yeah, J-Rubs, that's why he's the man of the year. I
just go like, we don't need to talk about this. You want a shot?
Yeah.
I'd be like, let's just go to the bar. Don't see this. Don't see this.
Yeah, I would.
Luckily, the guy who was putting the garter belt on me with his mouth does not swing for my team, so he was not interested in where his head was at. So I think that made it a little better.
Yeah.
Right? His boyfriend was there. It was all fun and games.
In a weird way, yes.
Yeah, I think if the guy was straight and into females and would be into me, then I think J-Rubs probably would have freaked out.
Yeah. I'd have to get him a double if that was the case.
Maybe a triple to forget about it.
You need to print this picture out and just have it hanging at your house.
In our room?
You need an artist to do a painting of that.
Why would you torment poor J-Rubs like that?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that to him.
Share a room.
Well, if they're painting it, then they can,
They can paint J-Rubs in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
Honestly,
just use his face.
They were wearing a very similar shirt. Well, this guy's wearing a romper, but J-Rubs was wearing a shirt very similar to it.
That doesn't make it better. Okay.
We could pretend.
What's that guy
Vicky's
squatting,
idea.
man? He's got some...
He's got
good
some
quads
muscles
going on there.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, and he got all up in my area.
I was so happy I missed it because I was having a conversation with somebody. Then I turned around and heard about the controversy.
I'm glad you missed that too.
Because I would have basically taken her home.
Well, my brother was at the wedding too,
Yeah.
and apparently he said one of my friends came up to him and was like, "Just don't turn around, Joey."
Oh, so
Don't
Joe,
turn
you
around.
didn't see this?
No.
I'll be honest. When you pulled up that picture, I was legitimately shocked by that. That
I
looks
know.
that looks like it's out of like some kind of Cinemax movie.
It's very impressive.
That's the first time I've seen it, by the way. I've avoided all those pictures of that moment because
it's on my Instagram. I am really proud of it.
Yeah, I'm not proud of it at all.
What's your Instagram?
Sarah, OOH period
Yeah.
Sarah. You'll see me. My leg's like right above my head.
Yeah, that's not a good. You know what?
Very flexible. Good job.
Thank you.
I told J-Rubs, I said, I'm going to have a stern talking to with my daughter because she's an idiot. That's just not what you do when you have a boyfriend and you don't get that trash to do that at a wedding. You just don't be that person. So,
It
honey.
happens sometimes.
You listen,
okay?
Ratchet McGee, the next wedding I'm at with you, I am going to keep an eye on you and I'm going to mean mug you the whole time. You don't do that with your boyfriend.
J-Rubs has one pass. If he gets in that position with some chick, all right. All right. The girls
When is that ever going to happen? That's like that's the worst pass ever. That's like my wife being like, "You have a pass. It's with J-Lo." I'm like, "Great." Like that's ever going to happen.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.